Assalamu alaikum. I am Nadeem Ahmed. Uh, my instructor is Dr. Ifan Ahmad Rinsab. So today's my topic is existentialism. So what is existentialism? Yes, here are the outlines of the existentialism. What is existentialism and what is it not? And the theoretical rationale of existentialism, metaphysical, epistemological, and axiological position of existentialism, and existentialism in education. What are the aims, curriculum, teacher, discipline, and school uh, in education, and its strengths and weaknesses of existentialism. So here is existentialism through a combination of awareness, free will, and personal responsibility. You can construct your own meaning in a world that intrinsically has none of its own. Here we'll have two definitions, a clear picture of existentialism. Existentialism is a philosophy that emphasizes individual existence, freedom, and choice. It is the view that humans define their own meaning in life and try to make rational decisions despite existing in an irrational universe. It focuses on the question of human existence. What is the existence of, and what is the purpose of human existence? And the feeling that there is no purpose or explanation at the core of existence. It holds that as there is no God or any other transcendent force, the only way to counter this nothingness and hence to find meaning in life is by embracing existence. Next is, thus existentialism believes that individuals are entirely free and must take personal responsibility for themselves. Although with this responsibility comes angst, a profound anguish or dread. It therefore emphasizes action, freedom, and decision as fundamental and holds that only way to rise above essentially absurd condition of humanity, which is characterized by suffering and inevitable death, is by exercising our personal freedom and choice. It is a complete rejection of determinism. Note, here is personal choice and the subjective approach is the supreme authority, supreme power to give meaning to the life and its existence of human being. Now here, what is not existentialism? Existentialism does not advocate the following factors or points in the existentialism. The good life is one of the wealth or honor or pleasure. It is not in existentialism. It does not accept what is available that is enough in life. People are good by nature, ruined by society or external factors, because people think that we are the uh, master of our own choices and we'll have consequences itself. Social approval and social structure trump the individual. This structure control the individual. It is not depressing. It is about life. Science can and will make everything better in society. People do not think like this in existentialism. Here, the theoretical rational, metaphysical position of existentialism is truth is subjective. We all need to make our own meaning in life. We self do not answer to absolute reality. It does not answer about absolute reality. Only that is real is personal. Here, epistemological position of existentialism. All he knows is by choice. Self knowledge is key to all knowledge. Individual knowledge is only valid, nothing else. Here, axiological position. No fixed values possess position in this philosophy. So, values emerge from freely chosen acts of men individually and self man. Here, existentialism in education. What is the role of existentialism in education? It is a teaching and learning philosophy that focuses on the students' freedom and agency to choose their future. Existentialist educators believe there is no God or higher power guiding their students. Thus, they encourage all the students to exercise personal agency and create their own meaning for life. So, they are personal, encouraging themselves to create meaning for life. Here, the aims of education. Intellectual development is the fundamental aim of education to enable individual to lead a good and authentic life, to enable the individual to make his or her own choice, to develop introspective power. What is introspective power? This is self observation power. Education should help men to make him human and willing to stand alone, to develop integrity among students that they feel responsibility for making their own choices. Curriculum. What should be the curriculum? The curriculum is diverse curriculum for individual differences. Why? Because according to the needs, aptitudes, and the abilities of individuals, curriculum should not meet the immediate needs but also should go in for ultimate needs that must be fulfilled. Curriculum should be designed in a manner to have both good and bad experiences, because these both experiences occur in everybody's life. More emphasis on humanities, literature, poetry, art, and music, and there is less importance on or emphasis on social sciences. Methods of teaching. What are the methods? So here, existentialism advocate for teaching methods that appeal to feelings, emotions, creativity, and deeper meaning of life, otherwise called education for creativity. Here are three core methods of teaching. Socratic method, where discussion and questioning uh, leads a man to find the reality or truth. And here is another case study method, tries to find the problems and issues and tries to make decisions and do critical thinking on the problems and to find the solutions to those problems. Here, the third one is scientific and experimentation. So, if we have problems, so we need to know the scientific data where it will guide the students and teachers to find the solutions to those problems. Your role of a teacher to help students to original and authentic, to teach the student to accept such truth which convinces them and not which is forced upon them. It is to educate. Teacher is to educate the students, learn to suffer for own choices. Whatever the choices they have taken, they have to choose themselves to create their own environment in which students freely choose their own preferred way. Here, the last teacher is to realize students not to blame external factors, environment like friends, family, or God when they harm them. So he has to uh, take consequences himself, whatever things occur in his life. Discipline. What should be the discipline of existentialism? Complete freedom to a child should be given. Freedom is required for natural development, nothing else. Individual is responsible for own choices because it depends on selfness. That's why individual is responsible for own choices. How should be the school? School is a place where students can exercise free will. It is a place of self discovery. Home and school have equal responsibility for educating the child in a manner that he can develop sense of self. Potentials of existentialism here, focusing on one's self, the meaning of life he found himself, personal responsibility of how our actions affect the things. The meaning of life is further expanded by looking at the ideas of choice, free will, and the part of living is the struggle of it. In addition to these concepts, is that we are people on a personal quest to find out who and what they are throughout the life and what it means to be alive. During this quest, they will make choices based on their experiences, beliefs, and outlook. These choices become unique to each person without truth, law, ethnic rules, and traditions clouding the issue. It is about these choices and how we struggle through them that we understand ourselves, not in the rules and laws and society created for us. Now, the pitfalls of existentialism. The individualistic approach in education defeats the purpose of education's role in proper socialization. The laissez-faire attitude is likely to lead less learning and acquisition of half truths, which has been precursors of fundamentalism and despair. The aims of education are too broad here. They are not specified, hence difficult for the teacher to evaluate learners. Excess freedom placed upon learners may be counterproductive and may create a state of anarchy where everybody believes he is right. It is hard to implement totally in 21st century. The terminology used in existentialism is not very clear. Concepts are like being, meaning, and person are ambiguous. Educational methods are impractical and incapable in an industrial society. Finally, it forgets about the role of society, and in some cases, it is against any codes of rules and regulations that bring people together. That's all. Thank you.